Discover the 7 things you should never wear on a cruise ship. From camouflage clothing to swimwear in dining areas, learn how to dress appropriately and avoid wardrobe mishaps while cruising. Follow these tips to ensure a comfortable, respectful, and hassle-free vacation experience on board. 1. Camouflage clothing. Camouflage clothing might look cool, but it's best to leave it at home when cruising. Several Caribbean destinations, including Antigua, Barbados, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago, have laws banning civilians from wearing camo. These countries reserve camouflage for military personnel only. In fact, in 2023, a cruiser was escorted back to the ship in Barbados for wearing camo shorts and a backpack. Even though the worst-case scenario is being sent back to the ship, some places may fine or arrest you. To avoid any issues, it's safest to pack other clothes and leave the camo at home when cruising. 2. Swimwear in restaurants. We all love a good swim, but swimsuits aren't meant for dining areas. Whether cruising in warm weather or cooler spots like Alaska, cruise lines have a simple rule: cover up before heading to the buffet or restaurant. Royal Caribbean, for example, requires guests to wear shoes and cover up swimwear with a t-shirt, cover up, or casual dress. While there are poolside dining areas where swimsuits are allowed, the main restaurants expect proper attire. It's all about respect for the space and fellow passengers. So remember, no swimwear in the dining room ever. 3. Pajamas. Outside of the cabin. We've all been there, lounging in pajamas, feeling cozy. But trust me, there's a time and place for them. And when you're on a cruise, that place is only your cabin. The temptation to grab breakfast in your PJs or run to the buffet in your robe is real, but it's a look that just doesn't fly on cruise ships. 4. Expensive jewelry. There's always that temptation to bring along your most expensive jewelry for those formal nights on the cruise. But here's the thing, leaving it at home is probably the smartest choice. You might be spending time in crowded public spaces or hopping from one port to the next, and that increases the chances of losing or having your valuables stolen. 5th, offensive clothing. Cruise ships are family-friendly spaces, so it's essential to dress in a way that's respectful to everyone on board. Wearing offensive clothing with profanity, inappropriate images, or graphic slogans is never a good idea. Cruise lines expect guests to maintain a certain standard of respect for their fellow cruisers, especially considering how many families and children are on board. 6. Tight clothing. While it might be tempting to wear that super tight dress or those skinny jeans, tight clothing isn't always the best choice for a cruise. Why? Well, you'll likely be indulging in a lot of food and drinks while you're cruising. From big breakfasts to multi-course dinners, tight clothing can become uncomfortable fast. The last thing you want is to feel restricted after a big meal or during an afternoon spent lounging around. 7. Footwear with wheels, Heelys. Remember Heelys? Those shoes with wheels that let you roll around like a skateboarder? While they might seem fun, they're definitely not cruise appropriate. Cruise ships are full of people and spaces can be crowded, especially near pools or in the dining areas. Add in some slippery floors and narrow hallways and you've got an accident waiting to happen. Not only are Heelys unsafe in those confined spaces, but they could also cause you to trip or slide into others. Definitely not ideal for a relaxing vacation. It's much better to pack comfortable closed-toe shoes for activities like rock climbing or excursions, and make sure you have a pair of comfy walking shoes for all those fun onshore adventures. Keep the Heelys at home and go for something safer and more practical. When packing for your cruise, it's easy to get caught up in excitement, but it's important to make sure you're packing the right clothing to ensure a stress-free trip. Camouflage clothing, swimwear in restaurants, pajamas outside the cabin, expensive jewelry, offensive clothing, tight outfits, and footwear with wheels are all things best left behind when cruising. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment with your own packing tips, and subscribe for more cruise advice. Here's to smooth sailing and happy travels.